Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. I am your host, Darren James, glad to be here with all of you guys here today. If you guys go on to enjoy today's episode or you check out any of my other content, please be sure to leave a like, a comment and even subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot and it really shows your support. Today's episode, I'm talking about a woman named Anne who was recently scammed, and this is a big story for the most part, who was scammed out of £700,000 through a internet scammer pretending to be Brad Pitt, the actor. Fortunately, someone pretending to be Brad Pitt's mother started messaging this woman named Anne on social media, as you do, and then all of a sudden, this scammer pretending to be Brad Pitt started messaging Anne, and in her eyes, and even though she was in like a rough period in her marriage at the time with her husband, she grew really attached to this Brad Pitt individual and really thought that she could see herself marrying this individual, which is completely bizarre, completely insane. And the reason why she was scammed was because this person pretended to be Brad Pitt, claiming to have cancer and wanted help covering his cancer treatment because his divorce from Angelina Jolie had cost him a lot of his money, had basically left him skint, broke. Very how people fall for this sort of stuff. It does happen though, unfortunately, especially when you're vulnerable. It does happen. That being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? Broke on French news channel TF1 about the 53-year-old woman named Anne who fell for the scam. Anne explained that the scammer first sent her a message on social media from an account pretending to be Pitt's mother. Then, someone impersonating the American actor messaged her, reportedly saying, "Hello Anne, my mother told me a lot about you. I would like to know more." The scammers even used AI-generated photos of the actor in hospital to back up the claim that Pitt needed money for his cancer treatment, having been left skint off the back of his divorce from Angelina Jolie. Some of the AI-generated snaps show Pitt lying in a hospital bed, with one of him getting operated on in real time, and another of the Fight Club star holding up a message reading, "Anne, I love you." Anne was conned out of £697,000. However, she later did admit she became suspicious at one point. And I speak for everyone when I say you should have gone with your suspicions. If you knew that something wasn't quite right with this whole thing, get the fuck away from it as soon as possible, basically. Like, hit that block button, move on with your life. The reason she was skeptical was because she saw a photo of Brad Pitt spotted in public with his girlfriend, resulting in Anne hiring her own investigators, revealing the painful truth. Jesus Christ. Like, I feel sorry for this woman, I really do. But at the same time, like, come on, you gotta be smart enough to know that this whole thing is complete BS. You gotta know that this is not true at all. This is not the real Brad Pitt. You know, like, how can you fall for this? Come on now. Like, you're a grown woman, you're 50-something years old. Like, how are you still falling for this crap? In an interview with TF1 via BFM TV, Anne said that she was in the midst of a difficult period with her husband and trusted the person who was claiming to be Pitt. But ultimately she was distraught over what happened to her. I would be too. I asked myself why they chose me to do such harm like this. I never harmed anyone. These people deserve hell. We need to find those scammers. I beg you, please help me find them, she pleaded. As per translated text, Anne explained, we are talking about Brad Pitt. I'm falling from the clouds at first. I tell myself it's fake. I don't really understand what's happening to me. After that, we will contact each other every day and become friends. There are so few men who write you this kind of thing. I liked the man I was talking to. He knew how to talk to women. It was always very well done. Well, I'm sure he's probably got a lot of experience scamming women of thousands of pounds and God knows what else. The fraudster never spoke with her over the phone, claiming to be too busy. Although Anne eventually agreed to marry Pitt after receiving £652,000 £8,310 from divorcing her husband. The account with the scammer promising to buy her luxury items, though Anne needed to pay a £7,575 customs fee I should say, sorry. You can probably guess that she didn't get this back either. Nope. According to The Guardian, Anne has been married to a wealthy entrepreneur and had joined social media to share snaps of their lifestyle together. The viral story gained attention from the absurdity of the AI photos, which looked a bit far-fetched to say the least. The story became so popular, in fact, that Pitt himself had to issue a statement via his representatives slamming the scammer for what they did. It's awful that scammers take advantage of the strong bond between fans and celebrities, a spokesperson of Pitt stated, before sharing a general reminder about internet safety. This is an important reminder not to respond to unsolicited online messages, especially from actors who are not present on social networks. BFM-TV reports that Anne is now in a hospital suffering from severe depression. Lad Bible Group says, because I saw it on Twitter yesterday at the time of this recording, but apparently she's also lost her house due to all of this chaos, which is really, really unfortunate and really, really sad. You know, you can say what you want about the woman, that she was foolish, that she was easily manipulated, that she wasn't using her brain clearly. You could use any sort of description that you want when it comes to this woman and her lack of intelligence when it came to this sort of situation. Like, we've all come across scams in our time, especially on social media. We see it all the time. It could be someone offering to promote your podcast. I've had that loads of times. It could be something like you've won a holiday, even though you've never entered a competition in your life or won a lottery, but somehow you've managed to win a holiday. Or you got a new job opportunity, but it requires you to move to like America or something like that. So, you know, like there's stuff like that we've all come across and have experienced once or twice in our lifetimes. But thankfully, we've been smart enough to understand that this is a scam, or at least do like a fact check or whatever, and then find out for sure whether or not it is a scam, and then go from there. One story before, because I'm a big pro wrestling fan. I see one story, a fan of a certain wrestling character was frustrated to give up his house. And that's basically what he did. He sold his house. And then he finds out that the person he was speaking to online was not actually the pro wrestler themselves, but a scam. Even then I was like, oh my god, like, how did you fall for this? Like, really? You poor, poor soul. Like, I just want to give you a hug because you absolutely fucked yourself in a massive, massive way. And clearly, that's basically what happened. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. I just remember like he fell for this scam, and the rest is basically history. I do hope they manage to find this individual who's claiming to be Brad Pitt, because there's obviously going to be someone else out there who, unfortunately, will fall for this, might not even see this story to do with this woman named Anne, and might come across a scam without realising it's a scam, and also end up falling for the same tricks that, you know, this person right here, claiming to be Brad Pitt, is also doing. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts on the story. Have you ever had a scam tried to be poured on you before? If so, what was your experience and how did you deal with it? Let me know your thoughts on this episode overall, whether you liked it, whether you did not like it, whether you didn't like it. But until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.